So we are outside of the Democratic Party convention. Um, it says "Welcome Democrats." There's no big sign or anything, but anyway, we're here. Our resolution was sent in, right?
Yeah, we're waiting. We're gonna find out as soon as we walk in whether it's going to be introduced, so the delegates can vote on it. Hopefully, it will. But regardless, we just want to make a presence and let them know what we're here for. So it's exciting. It's exciting.
We've been planning this for 2 weeks. Just writing the resolution was quite a bit of fun, and I hope to see this get through.
So our resolution's finally on paper.
It's on
as
paper.
well.
It's on paper. It's the best feeling in the world.
Other than having it just on Google Docs.
We just learned that our resolution is going to be introduced and it's going to be voted on by the delegates. So we're very excited. I had to come up just out here just to tell everybody because everybody's kind of pumped up. Yash and Ramon are inside and we're waiting for the meeting to start.
For executive authority to stop the separation of immigrant families. And I would like Oliver Medina is going to address you briefly.
Hello everyone. I just want to say thank you to the Democratic Party here in Union County for allowing us to come and speak. And I'm here, I guess I just want to tell a little bit about myself. I've been a resident of Union County for 15 years. I consider this my home. We're here today to highlight this problem that has been going on for 6 years. In the last 6 years, there have been almost 2 million deportations. These are people in our community, these are parents, these are fathers and mothers and sisters and brothers that have been separated from their families. And we want to ask the Democratic Party to ask President Obama to use his executive authority to stop the deportations. We know the history and the legacy of the Democratic Party. We know that it was the Democratic Party that passed the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, and the Fair Housing Act. We know that they have stand on the right side of history. We know that they have the leadership. And in the absence of an immigration reform, because of the Republican Party in Congress, the Republican Party has been unable to take leadership. And it is the Democratic Party who has assumed that leadership and who wants to get things done. And we're here to ask the Democratic Party to stand with us and to support our families. In 2012, President Obama passed the deferred action for childhood arrivals, and that allowed young immigrants to stay in the country and to receive a work permit and to contribute fully to this country, which they consider their country and their community and their town. I am a recipient of that, but also my parents do not receive this benefit. They are in danger of deportation, and so although I can stay in the country, they might be deported anytime. So I'm here to ask the Democratic Party, to ask President Obama to exercise his executive authority to stop the separation of families. Thank you.
When we were introduced, they actually gave us a standing ovation, and they gave us a unanimous vote. And then afterwards, they just approached to us, told us how amazing it was that we were doing this. And something I noticed is that a lot of them were saying that they were thanking us for actually approaching the party. And so that's what really surprised me today, is that we're so used to just agitating or we're used to disrupting, but sometimes we forget that there are people who do want to help us in the community, but sometimes we're either too afraid or even a little bit ignorant to ask. So, it's good that we're actually using institutional methods right now, because that goes to say that maybe the people that are in government right now do want to help us, but they're just not hearing from us.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely true that the strategy has never been tried, specifically in North Carolina for this issue, right? So I find it really surprising and really effective. Today we got so much support, and it was just great to see all those people understand and cope with the issue, understand that simple things like driving your kids to school could be a hard thing to do when you're undocumented. So it was just great to see that. And then also like one thing that really stuck out to me, I've been to like tons of like Democratic events and stuff, and they're usually boring. So like I think that like we added a little bit of flair to this event. Like obviously we added a little bit of flair because there was youth in attendance because it was just a bunch of elderly folks. But I think that us speaking and sharing stories and things like that just added that flair that we needed to like just hype up this resolution and get it passed and get it through, right? So.
Yeah, and one of the things that one of the people at the convention said is that all politics are local. And I think sometimes we forget that with immigration. Because it's a national, sometimes even an international issue. But we forget that the place where we have to start is actually not, it may not be in the White House, but it may be at a little town hall, which is what we did today.
And I think it's important to also point out that both are effective. It's just it depends on like each state, right? So like this is something in North Carolina that we're doing because this is what we think it's going to be effective because we know North Carolina, and at least personally, I've lived in North Carolina for the last 13 years. So I know how it grew and how it's been and how the politics are here. But like California, Arizona, maybe some national tactics might be in effect there. So it all just depends there, and it's really important to point out that like we have to pick our own tactics and we have to pick effective tactics.
Yeah.
So I think overall,
it
it was a
was-
great day. At least this is updates for Union County. We'll try to get some footage from Davie and Yadkin from our friends with El Cambio, North Carolina, who is also helping us with this campaign. So we'll get some updates there, and we'll put it in this video. So once we hit cut, you'll see that video next.
A drug dealer in Mexico, which is where I'm from. And obviously due to this, she honestly did not have support from her mother or her family, and she didn't have anywhere else to go but with him and his family. During this time, my father, he was out and about in the streets. He was never with my mom. He would always verbally, physically, and emotionally abuse my mom.
Bless the Lord. Bless her, Jesus.
And because of this, after a while, she had me. She was supposed to have a little baby boy before me, but she had a miscarriage due to him. And after that, after all the struggle that she went through, she realized one day that she had had enough. Years, she stayed with him for about 3 years. She went through all that pain. She had no way out of it, honestly. And she had another kid, my sister Julie. We're 3 years apart, and with that, during that month of May, my father left her. He left with another woman, and during that same time, that lady had a child, and she was born the same month as my sister, same month, same year. So that obviously tells you something right there. And he preferred to go with her and the kid, and they came to the United States. Whereas my mom stayed in Mexico by herself with 2 kids without family support. And she knew from then that she had to do something. She had to do something for herself, something for us, something to succeed. She knew and she wanted, as a mother, obviously, you want the best for your kids. You will do whatever it takes for your kids to succeed. And she realized she had to do something, and so she came to the United States in 2000. After a couple months, she brought my sister and I along, and she came here to good old North Carolina. And from then on, she started her life here. It was a new chapter for her. It was a new beginning. She knew that she could restart, and she knew that she could come and help us. And this would all be for the better. And so she started working hard. All her pain, all that hard work, her sweat, it was all because of us. It was all because she wanted me to succeed in a country where freedom is known. And so this is not just my story of how I want to succeed in this country. This is my mother's story of how she wants me to succeed. She wants me to go so far in life where she can finally be at peace with herself, where she can see that all her struggles and all her pain are worthwhile. Because honestly, because of her, I'm here. And because of her, I'm gonna fight for her. I believe deep in my heart that if we work together, my mom will be at peace. That all that my mom went through, all the pain, all the physical abuse, that all of that will be worth it. And I'm gonna fight for my mom because she's fought for me. I'm gonna fight for her, and I'm gonna show her, and I'm gonna prove to her that it was all worth it. Because of her, I'm gonna succeed. I believe in my heart that if we work together, we can come to something, and we can't wait. There are millions of families being separated. There are millions of children going and trying to succeed in a country where they're practically not welcomed. And we need your help. I need help. I want my mom. My mom's hard at work. I want her work and all her struggles to go away. Like, I need her. And I need your help.
Hey y'all, so we have El Cambio in Charlotte. So our viewers don't know who you are. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Sure, I'm Bibiana and I'm from El Cambio.
What city in North Carolina?
We are from Moxville, Davie County, and I am the recruitment and also the facilitator of El Cambio.
I'm Adelani and I'm
Cheers
from
question.
El Cambio, Moxville, Davie County, where the cows are.
Hey, my name is Maura and I am from Moxville, North Carolina, and I am part of El Cambio.
I'm Berenice, I'm from Moxville, from El Cambio. Davie El Cambio.
So we just wanted to record this short clip because we're all together and we wanted to use this moment to really record some reactions of what happened today. So we'll start with these two lovely ladies.
You can start right here, she's excited.
It was amazing. Bibi gave a speech and everybody cried and everybody voted yes, and there was an old man crying.
And he was the first one to say yes, I agree.
And then everybody cried when everybody said I.
We were like, what?
Okay,
That's all we
Bibi,
did.
what about you?
Basically what she
amazing.
said.
How do you feel?
I feel amazing. It was the first time I shared my story of self
Kind of.
How was
in
that?
public. It was very, very nerve-wracking, and I cried as soon as I said hi. No, I'm just kidding. No,
I come
didn't.
from a family.
Is that
But
what,
it
is that how you
worked.
cry?
No,
I would
that's
laugh.
not how No, but it worked, and we got it. Yay!
Yeah.
So the emotional side works.
It's
Yes.
super emotional. Yeah.
Yes. You hit him home with the mother thing.
Yeah. And that was my key. That was like what I was aiming for.
Yes.
What about next Saturday? Are you all excited for next Saturday?
I'm excited, but yet I'm kind of worried because it's like not our territory. You know, we're not from Davidson County. But I feel like we might get a good turnout. If we do the same strategies we did this week, I feel like we can get yes.
You did your job. I feel like we're gonna go very far with this actually. This is just our first step.